In today's video, we are going to talk about the massive spoilers concerning Season 8 filming at Winterfell at Money Glass Studios. Enter at your own risk, for there will be massive amounts of hype in this video. Okay, so it does look as if Season 8 filming is starting to heat up, and according to the set's photos taken by Oak Leaf Photography, there may just be a massive battle happening at Winterfell. Now, there's conflicting reports on what we're seeing here, so bear with me and I will give you my best guess as to what's going on. So it's apparent with some of the set changes that we are going to be seeing Winterfell and they are preparing for a massive battle. And in this case, it looks as if it's going to be happening at night. It very well could be the Golden Company and a group of Lannister soldiers loyal to Queen Cersei attacking Winterfell, but I don't think that's going to be the case. We have to remember that Game of Thrones does not film in sequence. Sometimes they will shoot apart from episode 2, and then the next week it's possible that they shoot apart from episode 10. So it's really difficult to predict whether this is going to be Cersei attacking the north with her forces, but I don't see her making this move, especially earlier on in the season. Now, it's quite possible that Cersei's forces are attacking Winterfell before Jon and Daenerys even get there. We've seen Euron move his forces with his ships in record time. And for the sake of moving the story along, Dan and Dave have not been shy about jumping forward to certain locations to progress the story forward. However, I don't think that move would make any sense at all for Cersei, because if she were to make this move, her army would still have to make the huge journey, and who would be protecting her in King's Landing? She knows that Daenerys has dragons, so for her to send all of her forces to do battle with the Unsullied, the Knights of the Vale, Jon, Daenerys, and her dragons, and possibly even her brother, Jaime Lannister, just doesn't do it for me personally. Jaime left Cersei's side finally because Cersei said straight up she won't be sending her forces up north, and Jaime left because she broke this promise. Now, with that said, Cersei is unpredictable. She is ignorant. It's not beneath her to send Euron and the Ironborn forces and the Golden Company on some sort of mission to siege Winterfell. But winter is finally here and the Night King took down the wall, which leads me to a more plausible scenario in this situation and what they may be filming. Initially, I thought this could be the beginnings of the White Walkers making their first big move, attacking Winterfell at night with a Viserion and the Night King setting Winterfell on fire. But it's a bit difficult to tell if it's smoke, and it does look as if they could be creating their own fog, and we know that the cold comes with these undead frosty beings. And there is a leaked video about 1 minute in length, and I'm not going to share it for the sake of spoilers and to keep the channel safe, but I do believe after watching this, I think this is actually the calm before the storm. In a few of the shots, it looks as if we can see some spears, meaning that the Unsullied, Dothraki, and part of Daenerys and Jon's forces will be settling outside of Winterfell. It's winter, so the conditions are definitely going to be more harsh. There's definitely less food, and we can use the Siege of Riverrun as a point of reference to what may be happening here with Jon and Daenerys settling in at Winterfell, with all of the great characters converging to make plans on how to finally deal with the Night King and the Army of the Dead. But for the sake of being hype, I'm going to make a prediction, everyone, on what I think is going to happen based on what we've seen from these photos. I believe that the Unsullied, Dothraki, and the rest of Dany's forces will be settling outside of Winterfell, and with the space already being limited, I foresee them creating campgrounds and organizing their forces. I believe the chanting we hear in that audio that was leaked could be the Unsullied and the Dothraki preparing and settling in to Northern Living. Militaries often have drills with chants, and this could be some sort of preparation or drill to get organized for the battle with the White Walkers. We also can't forget that all men, women, and children were called upon by Jon to learn how to fight and be trained, and I believe they will be testing out their new weaponry with dragonglass spears and new winter armor. Also of great importance, Nikolai, who plays Jaime Lannister, will be on set in Winterfell, so it's quite possible that this is the Lannister army there to help battle the White Walkers. We haven't seen Jaime in a real intense battle since he lost his hand, and I do believe we are going to see Jaime do battle against the Army of the Dead and the White Walkers at some point in Game of Thrones Season 8. And if the White Walkers are going to make an attack, wouldn't it make more sense for it to happen in the dark of the night? They are the personification of death, and the long night is finally here. So I believe if this is going to be a giant battle for Winterfell, that the fog, the cold, and all the forces with the Dothraki and Unsullied will be clashing at Winterfell. But all of this is going to happen after we have some of our favorite reunions like Jon and Arya and Sandor, and so on. So yes, I know we only have 6 episodes in Season 8, but you better believe they are trying to do things right. There's still time for these amazing moments to happen in Game of Thrones Season 8. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the comment section. Do you believe that Cersei is attacking with the Golden Company and the rest of her forces, or is this the Night King finally making his move on Winterfell? Let's keep the hype train going. We now have Azor Ahai merch for sale, everyone, with Azor Ahai t-shirts for men and women. There's a great selection of different colors and sizes, as well as Azor Ahai mugs. I don't drink coffee. I like to drink wine out of mine. And if you would like to support the channel, you should consider becoming a patron on Patreon. There's new and exclusive bonus content each and every day. And we've added 32 amazing people to the Hype and Love family this month. And we hit my goal of 80 patrons with like 4 days left in the month. So thank you so much for your support. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hype and Love.
Fuck the king.
How much for your little clam?
Voices,